So here we have a 2001 Toyota Tacoma. Comes in super white on oak cloth interior. And the powertrain on this one's gonna consist of a 2.4 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. Made it to a 4-speed automatic transmission. And this one has just under 228,000 miles. And there's our front end there. And down here we have 15-inch steel wheels. We have manual door locks and windows. And there's our driver's seat there. And then you just move the whole seat up by pulling on this, and it'll move that entire seat. It's just one big piece. And there's the back end there. And this one has a drop-in bed liner along with the toolbox. But pretty good sized bed, especially for a truck like this. And here's the view from the passenger side. We're going to take a quick look under the hood. And there's that 2.4 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. And that was quite a hassle to get open. Gonna hop in the driver's seat though. So nice steering wheel here. I like the overall design. Feels really good. And even after 220,000 miles, still minimal fading there. But over here we have our AC controls. We have a clock over here. Down here we have our radio, tape player. We get AM and FM. And then we have ashtray here, cigarette lighter. Looks like a couple 12 volts. And then our shifter here, we just push this button on top. Reverse, neutral, drive, 2, and then low. And then we have the overdrive button here. We can toggle that on and off. So view out the back. And there's our glove compartment. Headlamp controls on the left. Windshield wiper controls on the right. There's our emergency brake. There's a look at the gauge cluster. And then there's our key in there. But next we're gonna go ahead and take this Toyota Tacoma out on the road for a quick test drive. So certainly not the fastest truck, but it'll go. It definitely takes some time to go, but it's all right, especially for this kind of truck. Cut the AC on just a tad. Had to have my winter coat on this morning and I have to have the AC on. But I mean, for a cheap truck under 10 grand, can't go wrong with this, even with the mileage on it. Just something that you can use to haul garbage off, or if you need a truck to haul something or whatever. These are really good for that. And I saw a ball hitch on the back of the truck, so I'm sure somebody was pulling light loads with this as well. But it still seems to be holding up. So far, so good. I will say, for someone of my size, I'm 6'3", a little snug in here, but it's doable. I wouldn't take this truck on long trips anyway, whether I was tall or not. But these are also rated to get around 20 to 25 miles to the gallon, depending on how you drive. And for a pickup truck, that's definitely not bad. You can't even get that today. But overall, I had a Geo Prism. It was a 97, I believe, which is basically a Corolla. These drive very similarly to that car. And of course, those had either a 1.6 or 1.8 liter 4-cylinder. So they were both pretty underpowered, like this is, but they were meant to save you on fuel if you didn't want to get a full-size car or full-size truck. Comparatively, you had this segment here. And the overall drivability of it, the brake pedal, gas pedal, steering, really nice for this kind of vehicle. It's just really easy to drive. And I'm gonna cut the AC off to get on the interstate here. So we're gonna give it some throttle here, which we'll need to. wind noise is pretty loud, but it's a single cab 2001 Toyota Tacoma. But all in all, it handles really well for this kind of truck on the interstate. It's catching just a little bit of wind, but a vehicle this size, I expected that. But I'm just surprised that it's holding right at 73, 74 miles an hour without any issue. I'm not having to put my foot in the floor to maintain this speed. And the ride quality is really good. And you can kind of tell by my camera here. And like I said, with 228,000 miles, just super impressive. And I mean, it doesn't ride like a Mercedes or anything, but it's a really good ride, especially for this kind of pickup truck. So this will bring me to the end of my review of the 2001 Toyota Tacoma Regular Cab.